Hey guys, and welcome back. Today I'm super excited to share this recipe with you because I grew up eating it. This is a shredded beef inspired by Venezuelan cuisine. It goes into their typical dish called pabellón criollo. It is normally accompanied with white rice, black beans, and delicious sweet plantains. I hope you enjoy. Check it out. So I'm going to start with about 4 pounds of skirt steak, and I will be doing this recipe on a pressure cooker, but you can use any other pot. The only thing is that it's going to be a little bit longer cooking time. So with some kitchen scissors, I am going to cut my meat in half, and I'll have about 4 pieces. If it's too big, just cut it down. So to start, we'll add our beef and our beef stock to the pot. I am going to be setting my pressure cooker for 30 minutes on high. If you are doing it on the cooktop, you will probably want to cook for an hour and a half to 2 hours, adding more stock as you go so the beef doesn't dry out. While the beef is cooking, I am going to chop my onions and my peppers. So now that the time has passed, we are going to check on the tenderness of the meat. Let's do this. If you're able to pull the meat apart with 2 forks, you will want to transfer it over to a wooden board just so it cools for a bit. If not, you'll want to cook it for a little bit longer. Okay, so while the meat is cooling, I am going to take this broth out and reserve it. So now, since I have one of these pots that does a little bit of everything, I am going to add my onions and peppers to the pan, and I will saute until they are nice and tender. At this time, I'm going to go ahead and shred the beef by using 2 forks. Now, if you want to reduce the content of fat, you're going to want to remove the layer of fat that the beef has and just throw it out or set it aside. This is totally optional. If you like the fatty bits, then just leave them in. Then in a separate bowl, I'm going to add the tomato sauce and the tomato paste, as well as the steak sauce. I'm also going to add my spices. I'm going to mix it well with a whisk, and I am going to set it aside for a couple of minutes. As the broth cools, you will see that a white film forms on top. This is pure fat. I like to remove the fat because I want to make it somewhat healthier. So with just a little measuring cup or anything else that you prefer, I remove that top layer. As you can see, I was able to remove almost all the fat from the top layer. If you fully want to remove it, then let the broth cool completely so the fat solidifies and then remove. Now combine your tomato sauce with the broth that you had reserved. Once your veggies are somewhat tender, you are going to want to add the shredded beef back to the pot. Then we will add the fire roasted sliced peppers and about 2 to 3 bay leaves that you will remove before serving. Then cover your pot and cook for about 30 to 40 minutes or until it looks somewhat like this. Now serve and enjoy.